Hello, I'm Dustin McNally in Mechanical Engineering, and this is Upson 1, room 201, our 3D printing laboratory. So on the door you'll see that we have the general safety office information card covering the hazards of, there's actually two labs in here, but we'll be covering the one half of this, which is our 3D printing side. And so in the lab we have our fire extinguisher on the wall. So this half of the lab is our 3D printing. There's a door that goes into another research lab that we won't be covering in this video. But in this room we have our two 3D printers that are commonly used by our students. So these are both Stratasys 3D printers, so FDM, printing ABS plastic. So we have an older version, the Dimension 1200 ES, and a newer version, which is a Stratasys F170. So the students utilize these by sending their part files, and then I operate this equipment for them, so the students don't actually operate this directly, just to protect the equipment. But any of their projects, they're able to utilize this to get their parts printed. So after those parts are printed, Stratasys also sells a solvent tank. So this would be one of the chemicals in this room, which is sodium hydroxide, so there's an MSDS available. We have to wear gloves, since we have this rinsing station, and so we have gloves. And so as the parts go into our solvent tank, you'd be wearing gloves and operating this heated bath. And then we have to put them in the rinsing tank. This fume hood over here isn't required. Stratasys doesn't tell us to have this. It's just for some of our faculty are sensitive to the fumes. So we do have a fume hood that can be turned on to filter out some of the fumes as we're utilizing this. So we do have the gloves that are required for working with this solvent tank. We do have goggles to be wearing at that time. But again, students don't generally use this. This would be faculty operated. But some of the stuff that the students might use in here would be hand tools from the tool chest. Safety glasses are required if they're using power tools or a cordless tool. And then one of the pieces of equipment back here is our Cnc Router. So this is a piece of equipment that students can use, and so this is for wood. It's a wood router on a CNC table. And so the instructions, there's an instruction booklet in here, there's the emergency stop. This shroud is custom built over this just to protect users, because it does make, I guess, a lot of sawdust and a lot of mess. So students are instructed how to utilize this if they want to use it on their projects. So that's one of the power tools that are in this equipment. Otherwise, we have cabinets just full of storage of 3D print material. And then our last piece of equipment here, this is a plastic injection molding demonstration. So this is used in our ME418 manufacturing lab. So there's a safety kind of warning about this, of wearing safety glasses and high temperatures. But this would typically get rolled out to students and demonstrate injection molding into a small mold for one of their labs. So that covers our 3D printing laboratory, Upson 1, 201.